Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mackenzie Woodworking and our renovation of a camper trailer, episode 5. What we're doing is we're remodeling the inside of this camper trailer. It's a 1992 Skyline, 17 foot, and we've on previous videos we've fiberglassed the roof, completely tore off the roof, and put on plywood and refiberglassed it. So if you're interested in fiberglassing your roof, please check those out. Here's the before pictures of before we start tearing it apart, and you see this was the portion that was under the shower and toilet in the back, and the floor is completely rotten and all covered with black mold whenever we pulled up the vinyl flooring. So what we've decided to do is I've sprayed this all down with bleach, and we're going to wait for 24 hours and then go back and want to make sure that we're not dealing with any black mold or particles in the air, and definitely wear a mask. We had a good fiber mask on, so, and we'll clear that out. There's the front portion. We're just taking out the big old cast iron hot water tank, which won't be going back in. If you notice the corner in the floor, it's rotten as well. So the problem on this unit was definitely the corners. No doubt it was probably coming in from the roof. They bring the siding up over the roof, and all the caulking was deteriorated from the dam areas that they create. And so it looks like water's been coming down through the corners. So we'll be changing that up and doing something completely different. We'll be sealing in the corners and getting it done. What we also done, because we'll be taking off the vertical support from the back, we put in a couple of cripples to support the roof while we're working. We don't want the roof to come down. So we've got the floor out there, as you can see. We've ripped all that out, and all the plywood and all the ends of the stringers on the bottom going towards the back, which was supporting the plywood. They were all rotten, so we ripped them all out as well. And what we'll be doing is we'll be drilling holes and fastening them to the frame, as well as painting on the frame and repainting it. But you see it's quite rotten on the bottom. There's just no structural integrity left to the wood framing, so we'll take all that off and clean it up. And if you notice, I was putting on gloves. Good thing to do on this. Staples everywhere. They use staples for the vertical framing and the inside siding and everything, and rip your hands apart. So a good pair of leather gloves is good. Here we are on the left elevation of the trailer. You see there's the corner. It's all deteriorated on the bottom. I was going to try and repair the bottoms and then work up, but we decided it would be better just to clear right out. So we've supported the side walls and the roof, and we'll be able to take this all out. As you notice, it's just powder. There's just nothing left to it. I'm actually surprised that the trailer just didn't roll over on itself, but it stayed pretty square. So we take this out piece by piece and just remove it all until we can get right back to the bare corner. Careful not to nick the wires. We'll be redoing all the wiring, but we want to leave all the leads intact so that we can follow it along. And here's the other corner, the exact same problem. So we'll address the left-hand corner first, but we got this all prepped to do. We'll do one side at a time, and we're going to change the header across the back there too. We'll be, but we're going to go up with 2x2s on the corner. And what I've done here in the corner, we put on a product called the Roof Jack, and it's a product for commercial roofs, flat roofs. It's a tar-based. And it's fortified with fiber in it, fiberglass fibers, and it's used a lot on commercial applications. And so we've coated that all on the inside of the corner, about 4 inches on either side, and put it on quite thick. And then I covered it with 6mm poly plastic, and then taped the edges of the poly to the metal siding. And then when we put in the 2x2 onto the corner, the solvents, everything won't saturate into the wood, and they'll divide the wood from the sealant. And if any water seeps in behind it on the joints, it'll run down the poly. So that's my idea of fixing it. So we're basically giving it a double layer. Then plus on the outside, once we get the inside done, we'll remove all the caulking and put it on elastomeric caulking on the outside, and that's what you want to use because the trailers will move. As you can see it again, we've had that roof jack and poly over top of it, and then red tuck tape pushed in to hold the poly in against the metal. And then we'll just push our 2x2 up against that. And on the outside, to fasten it to the siding, we use a 3/4 inch metal roofing screw. And it's a hex head screw with a gasket on it, and that's what they use on metal roofing and siding. And we'll be installing a few of those to fasten the interior framing to the metal on the outside. So they're quite readily available, and they're used for metal roofing and vertical wall siding. Go and mark out your holes for your wires, and we've transferred that to a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. You notice I'm using polyurethane subfloor glue, and now bond the metal to the wood. There's our wood that will be going up. You can see I have the holes all pre-drilled and measured out, so when we put it up, and the sides are done with pocket screws. So the siding will be fastened with the glue, and we've secured it with 4 pocket screws on either side. There's some new timber on the bottom that's over top of the frame, and we've painted the underside of these. We've got some that are painted on the top as well, and then we've coated all the top of them with tar again, and the 3/4 inch plywood will be going down the top. We've coated the underside of it with thinned down roofing membrane as well. So it'll all be coated, and we'll marry that over top of the flooring. And you can see the spreader that goes across the top. And now we're progressing with our bottom framing and pocket holes. So this is 2x2, and you'll notice on the back of the trailer it has about 2 feet up, and it comes in about 7 degrees. So that's why there's 2 pieces there. So we've divided that up, and they're fastened to the plywood with pocket screws. And we wanted a back window in the back, so let's go buy a camper shell place for camper fiberglass shells on the back of trucks. And I went in and talked to them, and they had one of these. They're scrapping, so they gave it to me. So this is our back window. I had to repair one light in it. It had a broken light window, and so I just repaired that with 1/8 inch plexiglass, and we've secured it on the outside with polyurethane glue, and then foam filled it on the inside. And then when we put the inside framing, it'll be screwed together and sandwiched. So there's our framing for the back wall, and we'll proceed to get all our wiring all done and cleaned up. The best way to tackle these is one area at a time. So I plan on doing just the back here, and we'll complete this. You can see we've reinforced all our roof. The roof is done, and this back wall will be all wired and completed and ready for siding. So we'll do this all the way along. We've done about 4 feet on either side, and we'll make sure that all the framing is brand new and solid on the back. And you can see we have our top frame. And the reason that I use the plywood from side to side, it really gives a lot of integrity to the box form, so it won't move over or lay down. You want to actually stop it from racking from side to side. So the front and the back will be pretty substantial, so that it's not going to rock back and forth and twist the trailer. You can see we've done the same thing here. We've changed the uprights, and I'm trying to all our wood will have a minimum amount of knots in it. It'll be mostly clear, and that will add a tremendous amount of strength to it. The sides will be 3/4 inch vertical, and the front and the back will be 1.5 inches. There's the outside portion. The window looks quite nice. It's pretty dirty. It's late here in the fall, so we didn't bother washing the trailer. You can see I've got the clearance lights off, and we'll pop those in and get them all fastened and test it. And there's the outside. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you watch the rest of the episodes, and please subscribe and like. And if you have any questions, send them about, and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much, and see you on the next video.